session 3 of Hope in Hard Times. And our question is today, how can we have hope? At the end of Matthew chapter 6, Jesus is talking about his followers and teaching them not to worry, that worry achieves absolutely nothing. I saw a saying the other day that said, worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. There's lots of action, but no forward movement. Jesus said worrying is useless. Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? To make his point, he points them to the animals and birds. God provides feed for them. What about the flowers? They don't worry about what they look like. They just grow as God's designed them to grow. And so his answer is, look, seek first the kingdom of God. Seek his things, his righteousness, and you'll have all the other things. In other words, trust that God has our best interests at heart and he will provide all that we need. We just need to keep our focus on him. Secondly, we have the promise that all God does is for our good. Now, that may not mean that he does what we want or even does what we like, but whatever he does, it is for our good. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things God works for good of those who love him. And for me, the important word there is in. It doesn't say that all things work for good. He says in all things God works for good. And that means that whatever we're going through, God's there. He's with us and he'll bring us out of it. So unpleasant as the process might be at present, there will be something good that comes from it. But perhaps the most important reason for us to have hope is the fact that Jesus came into this world. He was born into a land where there was political repression, brutality, religious extremism. His life was threatened many times. He faced the rejection of the Jewish leaders, the very people who should have embraced him. He never owned a home, and even his mother and his siblings thought at one stage that he was a bit of an embarrassment to himself and he needed to be looked after. Finally, he faces an illegal trial, trumped up charges, and a death that was just the most brutal and degrading that any human being has ever devised. But he went through it all because he knew that the disobedience of human beings towards God had to be paid for it, and he was willing to pay for. Now, if he's willing to do all that, would he now abandon the world? To have a relationship with Jesus is to have a friend who's been through more than we will ever face. He knows what hard times are like, but he's also the friend who loves each one of us. His motive for going through what he went through was love, and he still has that love for every single one of us, and he will not let us go. He'll give us courage, he'll give us hope, and he also brings healing to the wounds that we suffer. That's the investment that God has made in this world and to each one of us, so we can trust him and have hope.
You are my anchor, my light and my salvation. You are my refuge, my heart will not fear. Though my foes surround me as I walk